Good evening. Welcome to the Vernon Township Supervisors monthly meeting for June 2nd, 2022. And we'll Supervisor Stone will lead us in prayer, and I'll sleep with flag.
All right. Dear Lord, please bless this meeting so that we can make wise decisions, hopefully in your name and in your honor. Thank you so much for your graciousness. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There you go. Roll call. Rob?
Maloney,
Here.
Stone,
Here.
Smith,
Here.
Snyder,
Here.
Wagner.
All right. Any citizen comment this evening? Thank you. Approval of minutes for the Vernon Township CDBG first citizen participation hearing. So a motion?
So moved.
Motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Anyone not in favor? Thank you. Approval of the minutes for the supervisors meeting May 5th, 2022. Motion? Motion, second. All in favor? Aye. Anyone not in favor? Thank you. Finances, motion to direct treasurer to issue checks for the approved vouchers due for payment.
So moved.
Second. Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone not in favor? Thank you. Motion to ratify payroll for the employees from May 1st through May 28th, 2022, and the supervisor's pay.
Make that motion.
Motion?
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone not in favor? Thank you. No correspondence this month, Rob?
Nope, no correspondence.
Thank you. Do you have the chief's report?
Yes, I do. Let me get to it here.
Police report. Rob will cover that.
Yeah, so they had 134 calls for the month, 7 traffic accidents. They stopped 3 vehicles for violations, which resulted in 2 citations. There was 3 criminal citations issued one morning for traffic. They had 6 court hearings, and they were all criminal. And total miles traveled were 2,778 miles. The chief just wanted me to mention, once again, the scams for phone call scams are out there. You're going to want to see something on official letterhead, and it's just best to hang up when you suspect that it could be a fraudulent call. Please watch vehicle speeds and keep a safe distance. With this nice weather we have out there, it's a little easier to speed sometimes, so just, take it slow and maintain a safe distance. If your vehicle is located outside, please keep it locked up at night. You don't want anybody going through it. And, we've still got a few more, I think about a week or so with school buses. So watch out for those. And then, once school's out, watch out for the kids. They're going to be out more often. So keep an eye out for that. And that's what the chief wanted me to report on tonight.
All right, thank you. Any questions on the police report? Okay, and next we have a road report, Ludwig Zarembinski, road foreman.
Thank you, Chairman Maloney. Good evening, Supervisors. Month of May was very busy. Also checked roads on the 2nd, the 17th, the 23rd, the 27th, and the 31st. Cleaned up a lot of trees on Carr Hill, South Watson Run Road, West Vernon, some other roads. Cleaned clogged pipes and ditches on Cotton, Middle, Lee, North, Watson Run, Putnam, Keeper Hill, Bailey, Mullen, and Kennedy Hill. Repaired washouts on Hollis, Hager, West Vernon, Middle, and Cutter roads. Ditch cleaning on Cervone Drive and Pine Road, and extended the dryway pipe on Pine Road. Under crack sealing project, the roads completed were Dean, Peninsula, Dunham, Cutter, Baco, Culver, Brooks, Cherry, Jackson, Eastview, Westview, Grandview, Elk, Mullen, Shaw, Charles, PA Avenue, Shippen, Minden, Hope, Hank, Middle, Cervone, Williams, Sportsman, Putnam, Park Lane area, Turner Alley, Race Street, Finley, Avenue, Woodland, and somewhere in Pontiac Drive. After that, we helped Salisbury Township crack seal. There were some guys short. Installed 3 grills at Roche Park. Repaired dugout benches at Lincoln Avenue Sports Complex. Patched potholes, repaired berms on Mullen, Candy Hill, and Middle Roads. Repaired stop sign on Woodside Drive. Under equipment maintenance, 2 new tires on the single axle trailer that we hauled the mowers with. Switched to summer tires on truck 15. Truck 5 came back from Deal Chevrolet. They finally got the brakes, the alarms, and everything taken care of on that electric module. Attended the safety training at Westmead Township for 3 hours on May 11th. Attended unpaved and gravel road maintenance class here on the 24th from 8 to 12. It was a good class. On cleanup day, we did approximately 219 loads and used 2.5 garbage trucks to pull everything away. And I'd like to thank Fritz for providing lunch for us. It was very nice of you, Fritz. Appreciate it. And this is my last meeting. I'd like to thank the township and the residents for having me as an employee. It's a great job to have.
All right, great. Any questions on the road report? Okay, thank you. Administration zoning report, Robert Horvat, manager.
Good evening, everyone. Not sure where the year's gone, but here we are at the June meeting already. Our parks are open and being highly utilized as always. I'd like to inform the residents that the restrooms at Roche Park are now open at the concession stand. Due to an electrical issue, the ones by Shelter 5 are still closed. When the electrical issue is fixed, we'll have those open as well as remove the temporary restrooms. We still have some dates available for shelter rentals, so if you need one, call soon. Our front entryway project continues to move along. We're hopeful we will soon be back to normal at the building. I want to thank everybody that came out on election day. Had to deal with a little different setup. There's a lot of people in and out of here that day, but everything went well. Also this month, we updated the flooring in 6 of the offices. Meadville Flooring did a great job, and I think it really improves the look of our offices. In the road department, we took delivery of our new international dump truck that we ordered back in March of 2021. 5-star and U.S. Municipal did a great job, and the truck looks great. We'll have it lettered soon and the plow frame put on, and should be ready for winter. To wrap up the administrative side of the report, I was able to attend the Crawford County Association of Township Officials Spring Dinner this month, and it was nice to get together with all the other municipalities that we work with throughout the year. For zoning and planning, the Township Planning Commission did meet and review the Meadville Medical Center Yolanda G. Barco parking lot expansion. This project was also reviewed by the County Planning Commission, and Township Engineer Mark Corey as PCE did the design on this project. It is before you tonight for approval, and it is recommended you approve this parking lot as it meets the requirements of our ordinance. In other development around the township, we continue to work with Mod Wash on the development of their car wash. We're awaiting the administrative complete letter from the County Conservation District before we bring it to you for approval. The contractor that will be building the new Starbucks recently informed me that that project should be starting any day now. In fact, I got the PA1 call for that. It looks like they'll start sometime next week. And finally, we continue to see active interest in several other locations for commercial development throughout the township. Finally, I just want to thank Lud for his 31 years of service in the township. It's a long time to work in any one place, so he's done a great job. I appreciate the knowledge he's passed on the roads, and I'll always, fondly remember building some sandbag dams in the swamp down there when we changed out those pipes. Luckily, your hip waders were the one with the hole in it, and not mine. But never forget that. So I appreciate the time you put into the township, and thank you for that.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you, Rob. Any questions for Rob? Thank you. I have a motion to approve the Meadville Medical Center Yolanda G. Barco Oncology Center parking lot expansion.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone object? Thank you. Motion to approve stormwater management O&M agreement for the Meadville Medical Center Yolanda G. Barco Oncology Center parking lot expansion.
Make a motion.
Motion,
Second.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone not in favor? Thank you. Engineers report, Ashley Porter, Township Engineer.
Evening Supervisors. Reporting this month that continued expansion and growth in the township, as Rob mentioned, with a number of developments getting started and some in the future. We'll be receiving bids tomorrow on the private side for expansion of the Smuckers facility, and that will be ongoing throughout this year and next year. So multiple millions of dollars worth of project growth within the township, which is good to see. The other thing I did want, well, we're making progress on the entrance to the township building. Apologize again for the inconvenience, but at the end of the day, it'll be a nicer entrance. We're down to everything will be complete except for the railing. In a couple of weeks, and the doors will be on. So that's slow but continued progress. And the final thing I want to say is I've been a township engineer for 25 years. I've worked with Lud the entire time I've been here, but people don't know that Lud and I grew up about a mile and a half apart. So I've known Lud my entire life. So I congratulate him on his retirement. However, I won't be escaping the work with Lud because he's a supervisor in one of the other townships where we serve as the engineer. So I'll still be working with Lud through potentially the rest of my career. So congratulations.
Thank you, Ashley.
That's all I have to report.
Any questions for Ashley? No. The front is looking really nice. When I saw the straw out there, I knew we were getting close to it.
We're getting close, down to the little details and some of the delays because of the early on wiring and so forth in the pads. But at the end of the day, flip a switch, the snow will be melted and be safe and
Right.
nice throughout the winter.
Yeah.
Actually, is that going to stay, the sidewalk part, the ramp part, is that going to stay closed until the railing's up, or
What
use
we'll
your own
do is
discretion kind of thing?
We'll look at temporary railing at that point in time, depending upon the fabrication. Only because if we can open it, it'd be nice, but we want to make sure it's safe. We'll gauge that when they complete the rest of the project, and the railing fabrication schedule will drive that.
Okay. That's all I've got.
Anything for Ashley, Fritz?
No, I'm good.
Okay, thank you. You good here? Good. Thank you, Ashley. Solicitor report, Jeff Millen, solicitor.
Good evening, Supervisors. Briefly tonight, following up on the agreement with and the sale to Mr. Jackson on the lot for the $25,000. We hope to complete that over the next couple of weeks. Talked with Rob. We intend to, which is on your agenda later, to advertise the amendments to this Chapter 18-406 and Chapter 13-208. In addition, I would like to wish the best wishes to Lud in his retirement. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
That's all.
Thank you, Jeff. Any questions for Jeff? Fritz?
No.
Okay,
Nope.
thank you, Jeff. New business? We have a motion to approve Resolution 2022-15, a resolution to amend certain administrative fees for tax collector services and recovery of certain administrative fees. Motion?
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion and a second.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye. And Don, if I could just say, just for the folks out in the audience, that our tax collector does a terrific job. She recommended these things, and we hope we'll make her job a little bit easier. Thanks.
And they pretty much fall in with what other municipalities are doing, and just an upgrade with things. It really doesn't put any burdens on anyone, we don't feel, or anything. So, with that one, we're going to do a roll call.
Well, you guys already kind of, I just had that there as an option, so.
You just had it on there?
Yeah, so if you guys wanted to do a roll call or not, I didn't know since it was fees. But you guys already approved it, so we're good.
It's
let's go. I'm sorry.
You're good.
I didn't agree. Okay. Next, under new business, a motion to appoint Dick Astor to serve the remainder of the term ending January 1st, 2024 on the Vernon Township Water Authority. Motion?
I'll make the motion.
Have a motion?
I'll second.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone not in favor? Okay, thank you. Look forward to Dick in that position, and it was, there were 5 people that actually applied for that, which is phenomenal. We had such support for that, and it was a tough decision.
All good candidates.
All good
All good
candidates, definitely, yes.
Yeah.
So, thank you, everybody, that stepped forward. Motion to direct Solicitor Millen to advertise amendments to the Township Ordinance, specifically Chapter 18-406.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone not in favor? Okay. Motion to award CDBG fiscal year 2020 Roach Park improvements base bid plus bid alternate 1 and bid alternate 2 to Joseph McCormick Construction Incorporated for $180,505.86.
I'll make that motion.
Motion,
Second.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone not in favor? Do you want to give us a brief rundown on that one, Rob?
Yeah, so this will be a great improvement to Roach Park. This will repave the entire walking trail, all the different parts of it, because we've kind of added on to that over the years, but this will repave the entire trail. And it also does base repair on approximately about a fifth of the trail is what it kind of works out to be. So a lot of those bad spots, we're going to, dig it out, put new base in. So that'll take care of those tree roots, and hopefully, this will last another 20, 25 years like the current one has. So it'll be a great project. I look for it probably towards the end of summer, fall range, but it'll be a minor inconvenience there too once they start paving. We're gonna have to close the trail, to walkers, but it'll be a great project. So look forward to it.
Most likely after school started and everything, because they're going to be doing all the roads and whatnot. So yeah. How long has the trail been there? David?
25 years. 25 years.
I should know too. Yeah, at least
It's about the
25.
time Ashley got here.
I mean, I always remember it being there.
You're saying I need some refurbishing over that same time frame, or what?
No, it's held up well, and certainly utilized.
If I can, there's a person in the township, Gary Spatz. Gary was one of the original people on the Vernon Recreation thing to help design that trail. And one day I happened to be down there walking, and I happened to notice a guy painting a bridge. Sure enough, it was Gary, and volunteering his services and stuff. And he was one of the first people to actually put the design of that trail together.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, he still lives there, right?
Yes. Still, it was just like a year or two ago.
Is that your old house, Fritz? You said?
Yeah, that was our original one. Yeah.
It's a small world, huh?
It's interesting.
Yeah.
We serve as a municipal engineer for another entity, and we're doing a recreational master plan study for that township who's thinking of doing trails in their park. And this is a relatively remote township. And at the meeting last evening, they brought, everybody walks at Roach Park. They wonder how many people come to this trail. And one of the members said, everybody comes to Roach Park. How many people come there? Certainly the people come here. So it's kind of the benchmark for the area, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting down there. And I know Dave was very instrumental in most of what's down there. And, Rob's keeping it up well. A lot of volunteers. Great. Moving on to old business, we have no old business. And upcoming meetings, July 7th, 2022 Supervisors Work Session at 6:30 and followed by the monthly meeting at 7:30. So that will be July 7th. Coming up. So with that, I'd like to have supervisors' comments this evening. Start off you, Fritz.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I kind of wish I was there tonight, especially because Lud, I'd like to be shaking his hand for 31 years of service to Vernon Township. I kind of had my first encounter with Lud, that's about 5 years ago now. I wanted to go out and ride the snow, or the truck, the plow truck. And Lud must have drew this short straw. Either way, I got teamed up with him. And we had it was pretty significant snowfall and all. And, he impressed me at that time, and he still impresses me. And, over the years now, I think we've become friends besides working together. And I just wish Lud, a lot of good health and happiness. And I'm sure I'll run into him at the fire hall or wherever. But, Lud, thank you very much.
Thank you, Fritz.
And that's all. Yep.
Greg?
It's nice to see the improvements to Rose Park. That's been a long time coming. It is kind of like the benchmark, I guess you could say, where between that and the Ernst Trail, all the things that the township has to offer. Just that, and Lud, thanks again. I know I've been on here a little while now. We've spoke quite a few times, and it's all been pretty productive and things like that. I wish you well, and whatever life brings you next. So if you want to hang it up, I know you still have some supervisor stuff to do, so you can deal with that whole thing. But thanks for all your years up here, and I'm sure you passed off everything you need to know, and get Joel up to speed best you can. Should be good to go, hopefully. But, in case any questions arise, you're not too far from a phone call away to ask you something.
That's correct.
That's okay?
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you, Greg. Dave?
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. I've got a couple of things I wanted to go over, and one of the first things is I attended the Crawford County Township Association dinner the other night. Robbie was there, Lud was there, and we had dinner with Eric Henry, chairman of the Crawford County Board of Commissioners, or whatever he is, commissioner, and Zach Norwood. Really good discussions. I got to see a lot of old friends and people I ain't seen in a couple of years since I've been retired, so it was very nice. And really look forward. It was very informative and very nice dinner. Second thing I have, I'm very disappointed in the car wash going down at Santa Luna's. There's really nothing that we can do about it, but I want to give you my personal preference. I'm not happy with it, and a lot of people in the community ain't going to be happy with it. And it will be quite interesting to see how it goes. But there's not that many employees with the car wash. I was really hoping we get a nice restaurant down there or something, but it is what it is. If they meet your requirements, we have to approve it. One of the problems with that thing, and as I'm sure you have to figure out, like when Sandy owned all the property, all the water transfers over, well now there's going to be different ownerships, and it's going to be interesting. I had breakfast at Perkins the other day. I'm going to be quite interested to see how the joint parking is going to work out, because I don't know if Perkins is going to lose a lot of parking or what, but that will be interesting to see. You can't be happy with everything. On the positive side, I'm very happy with Smuckers and what they've done down there. Boy, if anybody wants to see something really cool, go down and see the expansion that they've done. They fenced in the area that they purchased. The Ernst Trail now goes back in behind there. Just beautiful. I think they've done an absolute great job. It's great to have them in our community, and I certainly appreciate that. Paul, I want to thank one guy from our Recreation Board, Mark, Paul Oppenlander, and I hope I'm saying that right. Paul, I think I got to meet a couple times before I left. He gives us an update. of all the meetings down there, it is very nice. It is very good. Kind of keeps us important up here without us having to go to the meetings. So, Paul, thank you, and I certainly appreciate it. And the last thing I have is I want to congratulate Lud for all his years of service. Lud and I have been friends, God, it seems like forever. So it's, well deserved. You're going to love it. And I hope you invite me out on your boat.
It's not even in the water yet.
But thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Did a good job. That's all I have.
Okay. I'd like to thank Armstrong for televising our meeting tonight, and Meadville Tribune's here to cover it. At our work session, Calvin Ernst, Mr. Ernst of Ernst Industries down there, was here concerning the bike trail, and he's actually purchasing property to continue that to Conneaut Lake. That was kind of just came up today, and he came here to present it to us and tell us about it. And it's just wonderful that one person can do that for the community. Because that's just like Roach Park. That bike trail's fantastic and utilized a lot. So thank you, Mr. Ernst. And I'd like to also congratulate Lud on his retirement. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So with that, I'd like to ask for motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion adjourned and second. Meeting, all in favor?
Yeah.